Welcome back to the Chance Pitcher Show, everyone. I'm your host here, as always, on YouTube and at twitch.tv/the Chance Pitcher Show Live, where we stream every Saturday about 12 a.m. Standard Time for a couple hours, and at Chance Bishop's Breaks, we open up brand new packs every Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But wrapping up our first season with the Mariners, we finished 77-85. It's good for a 475 win percentage. Unfortunately, that is not good enough, though, to make the playoffs. Bit unfortunate right there. Didn't think we went to the playoffs. But Dodgers, though, defeating the Yankees. I mean, with Aaron Boone as the manager, I'm kind of surprised the Yankees got that far. But the Dodgers win the World Series. That makes sense. That's fair. Didn't really expect anything else out of the lot right there. So, good for the Dodgers. Congratulations on back-to-back World Championships. Trevor Bauer gets a ring. Kershaw gets a second ring. Maybe he's going to retire now. But take a look at MVP. Franmil Reyes for the American League. 57 bombs. Garrett Cole with 20 wins wins the Cy Young. Hamels in second. Brock Holt wins the batting title with batting .314. Chapman save wins. Arihara, Rookie of the Year. Mike Trout's going to win Hank Aaron. And going through all the Gold Glove Award winners right now for everyone in the league. That's a lot of Gold Gloves. But there's also going to be a lot of batting leaders too. A lot of Silver Sluggers. Don't believe anyone from the Mariners came even close to winning a Silver Slugger this year. I mean, it's just due to the fact that we're the Mariners. We didn't really have anyone super spectacular on this team. Nationals bringing home some awards, some hard work there. Soto and Strasburg. India wins Rookie of the Year. Soto won the Hank Aaron. Braves racking in some Gold Gloves. Nolan Arenado wins a Gold Glove. A lot of Cardinals, actually. 3 Cardinals win Gold Gloves. 2 Dodgers. Dodger wins the Silver Slugger. And it's kind of spreading out a little more here. A couple Mets. Hey, Bryce Harper. Good for Bryce Harper. His first awards with the Phillies. Albert Pujols does retire here due to an injury. He did, I think it was a broken arm. He broke his arm during a game, DHing somehow. That ends his career right there. So the great Prince Albert, does call it a career after the 2021 season here with the Seattle Mariners. He had a good run. He had, I believe, like 20 home runs with us. So he didn't have a bad run at it at all. So I'm glad he got to spend time here in Seattle. It was fun having him. He's one of those players that when you grow up watching baseball in 2010, 2011 when he beat my Phillies in the 2011 postseason, that was heartbreaking right there. Just kind of way that whole Phillies team ended. Real unfortunate right there. But coming out of that, he signs with the Angels, and that doesn't really turn out the way he wanted it to. The Angels cut him with owing him a lot of money still, so it's unfortunate, I think, for the Angels right there that they're paying Albert Pujols. And I think it's the thing everyone assumed that by the time that Pujols got to this part of his career, he would be like, not the greatest player, not the player we signed 10 years ago. Well, everyone knew that when they signed him, but I just don't think they assumed that he would have fallen off as quickly as he did. I think injuries, just bad baseball too, also really hurt him. It seemed like in the long run, just bad, a lot of bad everything it seemed like for him. Just did not catch a break for whatever reason when he was with the Angels. Never really won a playoff series. Never really had the pitching staff to win a playoff series, which I think hurt him the most. But there you go, in the Hall of Fame, 3,300 hits, 684 home runs, 2,100 RBIs, 118 stolen bases, and unfortunately a .297 batting average finishes off his historic career. I think the great Mickey Mantle said it best, I am a 300 hitter, and that was the one thing he regretted the most about when he retired, that he stayed on for a couple more years longer than he should have. He hurt that average. But take a look at those who we have exclusive rights to. We have Paxton, Seager, and Matt Kemp. None of them are going to get a qualifying offer. They're all qualified here, but no one's going to get an offer. Take a look at those we're going to offer arbitration to. Offering to Dylan Moore, Louis Turins, Steckenrider, not going to offer it to Kikuchi. Jimenez is going to get it. Middleton's going to get it. Matt McGill's not going to be offered it, and neither is Rafael Montero. We're going to try and more or less keep players that are going to be on the big league team next year. Matt McGill and Montero are not going to be on the team. Kikuchi is a liability, I feel like, on the mound, and just isn't great on the mound where we should be able to keep him. Now going through the contracts, everyone we're offering contracts to going into everyone who's a free agent eligible that we're going to be offering contracts to going into next season. Emerson Hancock's going to be offered a $10-year deal. So feel free to pause this or put at half speed just as we go through this to just see kind of where we're offering people. Doing a little differently the offseason than last year because in MLB Show 20 we had that, off-season episode where it wasn't quite the off-season. It was just like we looked around the league, saw how people were batting, did all that stuff. It also slowed down the series so much. We're at episode 12 right now. We're into the off-season. Well, it took us 20 episodes to get into the off-season for the last series. So I think we got through 5 seasons. So hopefully if we can keep it down to playoffs are going to be the problem because you're at least 2 playoff games. So that's going to be the main problem there. So if we can keep that down, maybe we try and advance, try and push to 10 seasons. That's going to be a real long shot. But taking a look at those who are on the free agent listing right now: Story, Syndergaard, Bryant, Conforto, Kirby Yates, Max Scherzer, Mad Max, Javi Baez, Anthony Rizzo, James Paxton, Vasquez, Corey Seager, Rodriguez, Barnes, Stroman, Hernandez, Roberto Ozuna, Miguel Rojas, Corey Kluber, Yan Gomes, Manny Pena, Jonathan Villar, Chris Taylor, Jonathan Scope, Michael Pineda, and just a bunch of other players who are past their primes. We got Justin Verlander, Tucker Barnhart's up there in age, Wilson Ramos, super old, very fast though, so that's definitely Wilson Ramos' main attraction, that he is just the fastest player in the league, hands down. Kyle Seager, Zach Greinke, big fan of Zach Greinke. Originally when I was planning on doing this series, I wanted to make a trade for Zach Greinke because there is not a better place in baseball for Zach Greinke. I think if you look at the videos that are done about Zach Greinke and not him being like the weirdest player in baseball, that there's not a better place to put him than here in Seattle. So definitely something we're going to take a look at. We got Yachty. Okay, Yadier Molina ends up here in Seattle for a season. That'd be pretty crazy. Josh Reddick for a backup outfielder wouldn't be bad. Mark Canha, I do like Canha. Derek Dietrich, had a pretty big following when he was in Cincinnati for that one season. Kind of blew up. But these are the players we're going to offer contracts to on the first bit. Max Scherzer, offering a 3-year deal. Roberto Ozuna, not going to be a fan favorite signing here, but he is a power pitcher in the bullpen. He did take last season off, so hopefully that does help him a bit with the fans. We do sign Scherzer to a 3-year, $42 million deal. 15-11 last year with the Nationals, so we signed to his age 40 season. So could be worse. I feel like that ERA is a little inflated. 188 strikeouts and 200 innings. I feel like he's definitely a 200 strikeout pitcher. He just played on a bad team. Chris Bryant's going to go to the KC Royals for 5 years, so that's going to sign up to his age 35 season. So Bryant locking up long term in the American League Central. It's a strange place for him to end up, I feel like. He's not a KC guy. I feel like he'd be more of a big market guy. Kirby Yates goes to Boston on a 1-year, $14.6 million deal for the 35-year-old relief pitcher. Anthony Rizzo goes with Gabe Kapler out there in San Fran. Probably going to play as Brandon Belt, 30-year-old first baseman. Doesn't really have the pop or the RBI totals I was expecting. That average also being at 250 is kind of scary. The Diamondbacks are going to sign Javi Baez to a 4-year, $22.4 million deal. I'm assuming it's $22.4 million a year, because there's no way Javi Baez. No, $5.6 million a year it says there for Javi Baez, unless it's a backloaded deal. Nats are going to sign, Trevor Story, $12.5 million a year for 6 years. Okay, Trevor Story's going to get paid. He's till 35 right there. Not quite Frankie Lindor numbers, but not a bad contract at all for him. Josh Donaldson's going to head over to the Mets. Twins acquired Chad Pinder and Freddie Valdez, a 20-year-old outfielder and a 30-year-old outfielder for Josh Donaldson, and 2 years remaining of his contract. He still owed $46 million. 2 years, $23 million remaining per year. Gonna go to the draft right here for the Rule 5. Taking a look, see who gets taken. Ty Butcher goes to the Rockies. Technically, he is retired, but we didn't take him out. Michael Bush goes to the Reds. We're gonna take Seranthony Dominguez right here. Seranthony, power pitcher. We're also gonna offer Justin Verlander a 1-year deal. He stuck around. I like Justin Verlander. Syndergaard gonna go to the Twins on a 6-year, $114.6 million deal, 19.1 a year. Now we're doing a trade. Evan White, 25-year-old first baseman. So he's not old. He's also not young. He's like a Rhys Hoskins, really. Ty France, utility infielder guy. I like him. He's got a lot to offer. And we're gonna get to this big trade chip in a minute. That's gonna be none other than Kyle Lewis, 26-year-old outfielder. Very good. Had I believe a 902 OPS, bat over 300, over 25 home runs. On a very team-friendly deal. But I couldn't pass up this trade. Spencer Torkelson, third base, first base, left, center, and right. The 22-year-old right-handed bat right there. What's going to be sliding at first base for us, but you got to think also we have a problem where we have too many players in the outfield. Lewis being the oldest one of all of them, going to be pushing 30 by the time this man seems ready to compete. So we're going to make this trade to get a little younger. But until next time, YouTube, peace out, rock on, stay super classy. Let me know what you think about this trade. And guys, catch you next time on the Chance Bishop Show here on YouTube. Peace out.